What's good, guys? Happy New Year's, man. I'm psyched. This is officially the first. This is my 2-year anniversary with Amanda. I'm really psyched about it, so if you haven't already, shut up, phone. Interrupting me. This shit ain't gonna work this year, man. I'm gonna bury you. 6 inches under, because 6 foot would be overkill. So, what we're doing here is we've got the last video in this installment of this little mini-series Capture the Flag thing. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to, I want to test this out a little bit. If you have liked this video or this series or anything like that, what I want you guys to do is thumb up the video. If this is not what you like from me or whatever, you like to see the entertaining side, thumb down the video. I know it sounds really weird, but you know, if you guys are okay with these occasionally, because this isn't what I'm going to do. It's not like I plan on converting over to, you know, these kind of videos. I just like giving you guys my insight because I don't see anybody doing certain game times like CTF too much. I see map, you know, things and everything like that, nade stuff, but I really see not too many people, you know, going into depth when it comes down to how to play a certain game type. So, you know, like I said, thumb up the video if you like what I've done with this little mini-series, and if you guys have learned anything or enjoyed actually watching these, or CTF themselves, and then thumb it down if you like just the random other commentaries or whatever. If you don't like both, just don't vote or like it up or something. Obviously, if it doesn't hurt you at all, don't thumb it down. But alright, so now we're in this is the defense side of thing. As you can tell, I go on a pretty wicked tear here at the start. And I really have had to pull out a new gun because I started out with the Galil silenced, obviously. The same class that I had in the support game. The main difference is, well, basically I'm playing defense here. In my mind, a defense player should always, you know, stick close to the flag. Not on the flag where, therefore, somebody would notice you. But a defender should never ever cross midfield. I mean, like, unless, you know, your guy is coming towards midfield and you need to push to offense just to let that guy get clear. I mean, at no point should a defender ever have to cross the other way, the other flag, unless, you know, like me, obviously, I didn't have a problem with it because, you know, I had what was that, a blackbird up already? Either way, you know, like I said, there are exceptions, and when a blackbird comes out, that is probably the most opportune time to get a nice little capture. And, you know, it happens sometimes it doesn't. I mean, and then there's that little tactic right there. In case anybody follows me, that's what I did. I laid the napalm right down the middle, put the claymore behind me, so that it gives me a lot of time to rush. And I believe the claymore gets a kill. So, you know, that's what I did. I covered my ass, and I hope my team could suppress them at the flag. That's what I did right there. And it came together, and boom shakalaka. You gotta love the dive. And to get down, drop that guy. Now I know, because this game started off, I really told my guys that these guys are rushing hard. So we have to, you know, come down to what we got to do. So I stick on the defense side of things. I start doing what I need to. I actually, you know, sit up in my chair and realize that these guys might not be the best players, but they are getting on our side of the map in pretty sufficient time. So that's what I do, is I maintain this little middle area. As you can tell, you know, I'm not going out there. I'm just kind of piddling back and forth, and then I drop back. And, you know, because there are the 3 main ways in this map, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they can come down the middle. They can drop off the top middle. They can come left side. They can come right side. And then I found, just in this map, I've never used this cover before, because like I said, I'm a rusher. When I play TDM and Domination, I've never used this cover right here. And this is something I just started to do, because, you know, I need to defend. So this whole right side, which is one of the most common entryways to this map, because most of the people that rush on this map go down either that way or down the middle. Usually the left side, you know, the whole underground route, is usually the secret slow route that maybe one guy comes through every minute or so. And I'm aware of that. So I do my best. I believe I have one more guy on defense with us, and that's because, you know, he decided to go ahead and do defense, even though I told him we didn't need it. This game is relatively quick. It's like a 7.5 minute, 8-minute video or something. So it's the quickest out of the whole, you know, Capture the Flag series, and we tore these guys up pretty well. It was all over. And this side is probably the a little more difficult to, because it's so open, it's a little more difficult to defend. But you know, I think it's pretty balanced on this map on CTF. The reason this is pretty much open, it's hard to get the flag. It's really hard to get to the flag, and then getting it back with proper cover, though, because it's so big, you can get good cover if you have a good support character. And then you have this side of defense, where there's so many buildings, so many ways to sneak in and sneak out, steal your Cheetos. I mean, they're just capable of doing everything. And as you can tell, I whip out the RPG, and I have some fun with it. You gotta love that. Is he done? I think nope. Yeah, no, I just love the whole RPGs aren't a bad thing, and I started using them in Domination, and I just had this class set up prior to, because I find, you know, rushing on certain game types, maybe maps like Jungle or something like Launch even, if you can just rush up top and then look straight down on B, you can often get a double or triple kill easy with the RPG. So I pretty much have them equipped but I only ever use them like once in the entire game. And I skipped out that host migration, like I told you guys in the last video. There are tons of them. So when it comes down to defense, it depends on what you're doing. If you're running solo on defense, like I'm comfortable doing, I'm rocking the assault rifle silenced. Obviously, it's a must. If you want to compromise yourself and put down, like I said, I have a secondary class that is identical to this, minus the 2 perks, Ninja and Ghost, and that's always a good thing. Because if you're defense and they're coming in and they think you're not around because of Ghost, that's a great throw off. And Ninja allows you to sneak around and tuck it between the cheeks, and that's always a great thing. So whatever it comes down to is completely on your effectiveness level. If you like to rush or something like that, the AK-47 or even the AK-74U extended max is great. MP5K is great. Support, any of those guns are good on support. It's whatever you're used to. And also the map, differs. I mean, this is more of an assault rifle map. It's probably not the best at rushing. There are some semi-long distance range shots to be had. As you can tell, I keep dropping in the Blackbirds. Every one of these games, I'm getting Blackbirds. I'm supporting the team. I'm defending. As you could tell, I'm not right on the flag. I'm actually halfway up in the middle of the map. But I know when to drop back and when to cover my team because I'm paying attention to the radar. That is the most important thing when it comes down to objective game types. Is watching the radar. Watch where the little red dots are. And I notice all my team is away from the flag right now. So what do I need to do? I need to go back and check on the flag. And then that's what I do. I take my time, I do what I need to, and I do a pretty good job at defending this flag. On this side of the map, I was pretty much solo the whole time. So, you got to know what your comfort levels are. You got to know how to do it, what to do it, put claymores, you got to do it properly. As you can tell, I almost never claymore the flag directly. I mean, you can on certain maps, but I almost never directly claymore the flag. That's something they expect. You want to claymore, rush zones like that middle area or something like that. Those are the ones where people aren't expecting the claymores, and that stops a rush. I mean, it might not be directly threatening your flag, but it stops the rush. And you also know that there might be another one coming from that way, and they are deciding to use that way because most people end up going right back the way they came. They know the claymore's gone there, so there's not going to be another one, so they're going to go right back to that spot. That's just the mental thinking. This is all a thinking game type. Just like Search and Destroy, you got to outthink the opponents. That's all it is. And you got to use your wits. You got to use the everything at your disposal. Your perks, your setups. This game makes you actually think and try. Because if you don't got a team that you can rely on, you're kind of fucked, and you got to go crazy hard, and that's something you got to deal with. So I think I did a pretty decent job at defending in this flag. As you could tell, I moved up occasionally to middle and then fell back. Like I said, I almost never crossed the mid zone except for when I had to get that flag when I had the Blackbird up, and I saw opportunity and I took it. So hope you guys have actually enjoyed this, little mini series. If you want more stuff like this, leave it down in the comments, guys. Happy New Year! I love you guys. Get it.